Okay, guys, once again, I'm here talking about Kanye West, and unfortunately, as much as I don't want to talk about Kanye West in this light, I gotta do it anyway. And yes, again, it's concerning Pete Davidson. And who wants to join the line this time? Well, no other than Charlamagne the God and DL Hughley. Yes, comedian DL Hughley had this so much to say yesterday in a myriad of tweets or whatever, and Kanye got at him. And unfortunately, he was defending Pete Davidson, which we all know it's basically Kanye West versus Pete Davidson nowadays. And here's what D.L. Hughley had to say. Ain't it weird that Kanye supposedly has all these goons who will kill for him, but not one of them will get his prescription filled? Here's a thought. While you're on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CBS and pick up your Xanax? LOL. Ain't no way in hell I'll ever be scared of a dude who wears I know what you did last summer boots. Corny. It's just too bad that you're acting like a nut won't stop Pete from busting one Team DL. And that's what I want to center in on right here. Out of all those tweets and everything going around, DL didn't tweet anything about this. You see, I know where this game is coming from, and I've seen it a million times. And I'm not trying to apply one thing or another about Pete Davidson, but it's obvious by that, by what you guys are seeing, that there might be some consideration to say, yeah. With that said and done, I want to say this. See, a lot of these guys that are riding the back of Pete Davidson, that would include D.L. Hughley and Charlamagne the God, and most notably Charlamagne the God this morning when he went on the radio and said across the airways on the iHeartMedia, he said that he felt that D.L. Hughley and Pete Davidson and presented them as such as being victims. Now, see, if many of y'all don't know, Charlamagne has interviewed both. He's interviewed Kanye and he's interviewed Pete Davidson. And we all know, if you watch the history of Power 105, you'll know that, well, Charlamagne and Kanye don't get along the best. And this morning, coincidentally, Charlamagne alluded to he had some secret about Kanye West, which I don't like. And the way they put it, and they put it back in the music, it would mean a litany of different things, and it could be reticulated in a lot of different ways. But one thing I want to say about this is Charlamagne the God is tight with Pete Davidson. A lot of people seem to want to take up for Pete Davidson. And I'm going to say once again, I think this chick is going to leave you in the end, Pete. Ski. And whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. I've said many of times before, and one thing I agree with Storm Monroe, she's using this boy for promo. And he's using her for promo. A promo that comes with the excitement of their relationship, or far go what people would expect or even guess or hint that it's a relationship. I don't see anything real about it. I haven't seen any pictures of them kissing. I haven't seen any pictures of them doing anything in particular. The only thing I hear is rumors and guesses. And cute little pictures that she put up this weekend on her Instagram showing them at a distance. Now, I remember when she first started dating Kanye, Kanye was all up on her. Kanye was always around her or whatever. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's trying to keep some type of public respect as she moves on and allocates herself to the next relationship. But many people keep out the fact that Chris Humphries was her first husband. And just like when she was with Chris Humphries, she started dating Kanye while she was still married. She wasn't divorced while she was dating Kanye. And she took her own good time getting divorced from Chris Humphries. And she was still dating Kanye. Kanye, at that point, you didn't have a problem with that. You let that whole thing facilitate. And what many people say when it comes to women, the same way you met them is the same way they'll leave you. And here we are now. Now, that doesn't take anything from Kanye at all. But what I don't respect is when men like D.L. Hughley choose, just because he's at a Vlad TV interview, and like I said, it was discretionary whether or not you answered that question. Many people go on Vlad TV and neglect to answer certain questions. So you had a choice. You didn't have to answer that question. You felt that you needed to elaborate on it. Not just answer the question, but you needed to elaborate on it. And you, at that point, said, if my daughter, well, sir, has your daughter ever had a sex tape? Sir, has your daughter ever been known as a sexual vixen for millions across the world? If not, sir, I'm going to need you to take a seat. because there is no comparison. And in fact, why would you go on a national platform and even even give that type of innuendo that, hey, my daughter possibly be in the same light as Kim Kardashian? It's maniacal, it's stupid, it doesn't make sense. So I want to throw D.L. Hughley out to the side, because the only thing D.L. Hughley is a rider, just like the rest of these guys that are riding these people to try to, in a nefarious way, to try to get some type of advertisement, and that includes Charlamagne the God as well. See, Charlamagne didn't have to go on the radio this morning and talk about Pete Davidson or try to paint Pete Davidson as a victim. Charlamagne didn't have to go on the radio this morning and try to paint D.L. Hughley as a victim, saying, well, Kanye gave out his address. Well, you know what? D.L. Hughley answered a question about a man's family that he didn't have to answer. He sent a threat, even though a quiet one, to Kanye West by suggesting if it was his daughter, Kim Kardashian, that something would happen. Once you do that, my friend, you put yourself in the foray of jumping into somebody's business that has nothing to do with you, especially when it comes to a man and his 4 children. Now, I don't know too many men out here, black, white, Spanish, all alike, that wouldn't jump at the opportunity to defend their kids or put their whole life on the line for their kids. What makes Kanye West any different? What people don't speculate is, what's up with this guy Pete Davidson, and why would a 28-year-old guy that's at the peak of his, at the starting peak of his career, opt to date a 41-year-old woman that probably won't be able to give him any children, and 2, more importantly, already has 4 children, including 2 that just recently came out. And more importantly, why are you kissing a man on CNN? Excuse me, SNL. I'm still confused about that. Hey girl, hey Pete, skeet. There's a lot of questions to be answered here, but trying to use Skeet Davidson, trying to use Kanye West, and trying to use Kim Kardashian, whatever side that you fit on, by not pointing out when you see Pete Davidson kissing a man on a national televised TV show, well, that just shows me, D.L. Hughley, there might be something wrong with you, and there's definitely something wrong with Charlamagne the God. And I want to say to both of y'all, 2 snaps in a circle. Hey, girl.